Wisconsin election officials are asking the state Supreme Court to decide whether Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s name should stay on the ballot here. Kennedy has been trying to remove his name in swing states since ending his campaign in August and endorsing former President Donald Trump. Kennedy filed a lawsuit in Wisconsin earlier this month to actually remove himself from the ballot, but a Dane County judge refused.